Hello everyone, and hello all mobile phone technicians all over the world. In this video, I'm going to share the information about analyzing the dead phone. I've checked this mobile phone, it's dead, and when I connect to a charger, nothing happened. We can see the consumption. It's 0.5 ampere meter, 0.5051 ampere meter. So actually the charger has given this phone current, but the problem is this phone doesn't show up anything. I also try to press the power button and nothing happened. I also check the battery. The battery is good. So the best way to check the broken mobile phone or the dead mobile phone is by using the power supply, and I can determine this dead phone is related with the memory, the internal memory, or the storage issue. Why I can say this mobile phone has internal storage issues, because I have used this method many times, and it is, I can say, always accurate. Well, let's check with the DC power supply. I've got here the power supply and the cable boot. Okay, this is the power supply, the DC power supply. It is enough to use 15 volt and 1 ampere meter power supply. That's enough to turn mobile phone. I use this mechanic power boot cable. Why I use this? Because on the connector it has more than 2 pins. Look at the pins. It has more than 2 pins. The right one is maybe a negative pin, and the left one is a positive pin. But the important is why I use this cable, because there are 2 other pins, or sometimes 1 pin, which is maybe these are for battery ID or the battery temperature indicator. So I don't use this connector anymore, although this sometimes works okay, but for certain mobile phone it sometimes give me wrong assumption or wrong analysis. That's why I use this cable. Sometimes it is okay to use this cable. For example, I take the normal phone, I turn on the power supply here, and I set the fault selector to 3.9 or 4. 3.9 or 4. It's okay. It ranges from 3.8 to 4.0. It is okay sometimes for old mobile phone like this. Example for Samsung G2 2015. The positive connector is here. I can say this positive because I look the battery connector, and we put it on the ground, and I press the power. Wait, the power is quite hard. Wait, I may wrong. I'm maybe this is normal mobile phone. It can be turned on by connecting just only 2, but sometimes for certain, not all, but certain. But for certain mobile phone, they can't be turned on by just connecting these 2 probe or these 2 pins. It works very well. So the power supply works very well. But for this mobile phone, just for make sure for myself, I use this cable boot. I choose the suitable connector. Oh wait, there's so many. Wait. Which one is the same with the feedback connector? No, not this one. Okay, I'm sorry for it takes quite a long time. You can skip, but don't skip this step. Oh, I'm sorry, something short. Not the phone, but maybe this one, because I connect to the metal. Well, look, I plug the connector. It's the battery alternative, and let's see why I say this phone gets EMMC issue or memory storage issue. When I press the button, look at when I press the button, I'm sorry, I'm holding the phone and I'm holding the camera. Look, I press the button and see the front panel of the power supply. I press and then I don't hold. I press the power button and look what happened here. Look what happened here. the needle on the scale stuck at this point. It is it is 0.1 ampere. 0.1 ampere, and I don't press anything anymore. This is the phone. I don't press anything anymore. This happened after I press the power button and then I release the power button. The needle spike, but directly stuck at 0.1. I'm sorry, this is a little bit dirty, so it blur. 0.1. It's stuck. It always stuck. I try many times. It always stuck. That's why I definitely say and confirm this phone get serious issue in the internal storage or the EMMC. So by using this method, by just using this method, only use this method, we can say that this phone has problem with the EMMC. Why don't say this is the CPU problem? Why I don't say this phone has issue on the IC power management, on the IC power unit? Because when I press the power, the needle on the panel spike or surge. So the IC power works very well and works very good. The IC power, the power management unit has delivered the current to the CPU, to the chip, to the chipset, has delivered the current to the CPU. But after CPU got the current, he wants to spread the information, the command to the EMMC. The EMMC range is from 0.1 to 0.4 or to 0.6. It's stuck. It won't move anymore. It's stuck here. So I can confirm that this phone has EMMC problem. Look, it stuck. Why I say once again this phone has EMMC problem? Because the EMMC doesn't welcome or doesn't receive the information from the CPU. CPU has delivered the command, the information, but the EMMC doesn't welcome it or doesn't receive anything. If you are not sure, sometimes you are confused. Sometimes you are confused. This problem, if you press the power, it's stuck on 0.1. You may think this IC power problem or CPU problem or EMMC problem, but I will say this is EMMC problem. So don't do anything to the IC power. Don't do anything to the IC power. You can do something to the CPU, but after you do something to eMMC. If you still are not sure, you can prove the second step, but actually it's very clear. It's been very clear, but to make you sure, you can connect it to the computer. You can connect it to the computer. For the normal mobile phone, if you want to connect to USB Qualcomm 9008, you have to connect this test point pin, and then you will get the USB Qualcomm 9008 on the computer. But for the broken mobile phone which has eMMC problem, I say once again, eMMC problem, not the CPU. If you connect to computer, you will hear the notification without connecting these two pins. Normally you must connect this test point pin for the normal phone, but for the broken phone which has eMMC problem, if you connect this to the computer, you will listen the notification from the computer like this. Wait, I am going to raise the volume so you can hear the sound of the notification clearly. I connect to the computer. See? Do you hear something? I release. I connect. Once again, remember, without connecting these two pins, because this is the test point to enter the USB Qualcomm 9008 mode. I don't connect these two pins, but I directly plug this cable from the computer to this phone. See, I don't connect these two pins. See? Well, do you hear something? Okay. Now look at the computer. Look at the computer here. Look at the computer. The ports. Yeah. I click the ports. See? USB Q loader 9008. We usually get this mode if we want to flash. We want to repair the system to flash, but we must connect this two pin. Remember, we must connect this two pin. But I do it without connecting this two pin and the phone is on this QLoader 9008 automatically. So I can conclude that this mobile phone has no problem with the IC power management or the IC charging or the CPU. Has no problem. This is not 100% because in this world there is no 100%, but it is maybe based on my my experience for some many time I have this mobile phone issue. I'm sorry. So don't do anything with the IC power management. Don't chip off, don't reball it, don't replace. So you focus on the EMMC chip, not the CPU, So actually it is sometime we are definitely sure by using this method, by connecting and see the needle of the scale. But if you or if we or if I'm not really sure, you can connect it. If it connect automatically to Qualcomm HS USB QLoader 9008 without doing the test point, without jumping the test point. So this is the problem of eMMC, the internal storage, the memory internal storage, not the CPU, because the CPU works very well here. It also stable and no plug out, no plug off, everything is okay. So what you have to do is, if you have UV direct spoke, you can direct, but I prefer to take the eMMC and I put it on the box and I analyze if it can be repaired by repartitioning. You can repartitioning, but sometimes it will not last long. So the best way is to replace it with the new one. So don't be wrong in analyzing the mobile phone. I say this IC power works very well, the CPU, the chipset works very well, but the CPU, the eMMC is not good. So I plug out, it disconnect. So this is not 100 accurate, but I definitely sure to confirm that this mobile phone has issue with the eMMC. The eMMC is on the back side. Yeah. So you have to replace, or you have to make confirmation. You have to confirm with the user, the customer, that this phone has issue with eMMC. So you don't waste your time, you don't waste your valuable times by checking the IC power, the CPU, because everything works very well. Thank you. I hope this information is useful. I'm sorry if I'm too much sure. Actually, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't mean to be very sure, because I'm still beginner. But this, I've got this problem some many times, and it always 99% always give me this this condition. It's stuck on 0.1 on the DC power supply, and if I connect to the computer, it always automatically on 9008 mode Qualcomm without jumping the test point. So that's why I'm definitely sure. But this is for me. I can confirm myself. You have your own choice, your own method, your own decision. If you have to check everything and you confirm the CPU or the other component, that's your choice. I just share what I think this is identically goes same almost all the time, almost, not 100%. So next time I will confirm, I will inform the customer, the owner of the mobile phone, if he is okay to change or to replace the EMMC. I will make the video, inshallah. But if he doesn't want to replace, because I think we also think that EMMC replacement costs not little money. So we will see next time. Thank you very much. You have your own choice. Thank you very much. Good night.